welcome back, and reel it and route. And today we talking about the prison in Hartsville, Tennessee has been taken over by the prisoners. They got a couple guards here hostage. And matter of fact, I got a cousin in there that's doing 52 years. And then I got one of my friends that I went to school with, grew up with, played basketball and football with, my partner. I love that nigga too. You know what I'm saying? That nigga got life without parole. They up in there. And I love them niggas. Shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? But they prisoners have took over the prison. They have called over 100 state troopers up to the prison to get it under control. As y'all see the picture, you know what I'm saying? This is actual picture. I'm about to show y'all the news clipping, but you know, just pray for the, you know, the guards, even the innocent prisoners in there, because you know they got to deal with these too.
We are following a breaking news alert at Trousdale Turner Prison. Guards taken hostage overnight. The situation ending with tear gas being fired.
But nearly 100 state troopers were called in to respond to this hostage situation. It is now over, but we have team coverage throughout the morning.
And this morning, there is still a large law enforcement presence outside the prison in Trousdale County at this hour. So right now we have Megan Fee live at the prison for an update from the sheriff. Good morning, Megan.
Yeah, Nicole Payton, good morning. You can see these officers are still on scene behind me working on a head count, which they say could still take several hours. And this all comes multiple hours after that riot broke out in the prison yard with those prisoners lighting trash cans on fire and also those guards being taken hostage and tear gas being used to get those inmates back into their cells. Now, the Trousdale County Sheriff's Office tells us that the inmates took over a control room and released about 100 other prisoners out into the yard. Deputies responding to this around 10 o'clock last night as multiple other agencies arrived to help set up that perimeter. THP tells us they deployed about 75 state troopers who the sheriff says used tear gas into the yard and pushed those inmates back into their cell blocks. The sheriff also saying no one was seriously injured, but it did take 2 hours to get the inmates locked up as 100 total officers and 3 drones were stationed around the prison. Meanwhile, an emergency response team went in to get those hostages.
I'm not really clear on all that either, on how they did get inside. They took over the control room, and that way they was go out to the prison yard. They never did make it into the outer area where they could get out of the prison.
And we also reached out to Core Civic. That's the firm that manages the prison. A representative tells us they did reach out immediately to the State Department of Correction, and they're still working to get more information.